Morning, thanks for joining me. Look at that view behind me already. Today I'm on a walk starting just down at Calver village, just down behind me there, and we're heading up into a kind of an old mining quarrying area. I've not done the walk before, I've pieced it together myself. We're heading through deep Rake, high Rake, and then around and back down what's called rough side on the map, and we just go far enough to take in a little bit of the haunts of an old highwayman, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Right, starting with a hill. So this is my first breather of the day, but why not stick with me, see what we find along the way. Just looking back again across the village of Calver. I always say Calver, I think it's Carver to the locals, but you've got Baslow Edge, Kerber Edge and Froggatt Edge just on the end there. I was up there yesterday, you might have seen the video by the time this comes out. Slightly better weather today, but it is forecast rain later, so better press on. Right, sorry about any wind noise folks. We're about a mile in now, just over. I'm still following a track that's probably one of the old mining tracks, I would have thought. But as you get to about a mile in, you'll see it split. Take the right fork, keeping the wall to your right, towards the, there's like a radio mast over there. Don't take the fork to the left, next to the fence. So yeah, it's just somewhere, it's not signposted, so it's just somewhere you could go wrong. Just to my right, as we've passed over a stile, is the first disused mine that's marked on the map. Pretty sure it's all lead mining around here, but there may have been other ores and stuff like that. If I get some more information that's of any use, I'll put it on the screen. But we're heading across fields now, open farmland. Okay, so the next place the path splits, we take a left towards a large wooden barn, and we're almost at Deep Rake, which is an open cast mine working. No idea what you'll see here, but whatever it is, I'll show you. Well, Deep Rake open cast mine workings is marked on the map just here to the right of me, and as you can see, there's absolutely nothing to be seen of it. Just been reclaimed as kind of scrubby farmland, unless there's just a little bit over that rise that I can't see or something, but it's just a bit more scrubby just below me here, but yeah, nothing really to see. Might be nothing to see of the mine, but the trees along here are absolutely full of finches that flock together in winter. Loads of chaffinches. Might be the odd brambling in there if you brought your binoculars and spent a little time searching. But yeah, lovely to see so many. Won't show up on the GoPro. I'll give it a whirl. Now we're just dropping down to the Rake quarry workings, and it looks like there's a bit more to see down here. You can just see it looming up beside the footpath. There is a footpath that leads off to the right here, but we're not taking that. We're carrying straight on this, probably again it's one of the old access roads for the quarry. It's a bit more like it, isn't it? Massive big gouge in the earth. I always find places like this fascinating. Don't know what it is. So peaceful now, though. I've not seen another person literally on the walk yet. A lot quieter than over the other side near the edges, you know. Yep. Pretty awesome sight, that. Trying to think how deep it is. 100 foot, something like that. I don't know. Deep enough. Slight contrast in views from one side of the path to the other. Just had a chat with two lovely ladies, first people I've seen on the walk today, and didn't get both the names. I think one of them was called Chris, and she was a geologist, so she was getting all excited about coming down into the quarry and seeing all the open rock face. But they said that I've got a view to look forward to when I get to the top of this brow, and we start to look out over all of the White Peak. So I'll bring you back then. About that view, were they? I think that's Millersdale over there, and that village down below, Great Longstone. Bit of a clearer day might do it a bit more justice, but still very nice. As we drop down, see a kind of a junction of the little laneways. We're looking for a path to the right. Over to the left in the distance, as you drop down, you can see a flooded mine working, and I think it's called Blaketon Hollow, and it's a nature reserve now. Never visited it, and we don't quite touch it on this walk. I suppose you could extend the walk if you wanted to. Rain's set in again. Anyway, as you get down to the bottom of the bridle path and exit the field, you'll see another bridle path sign to the right. Ignore that, just carry on down to where you can see the tracks ahead of you, and there's another pathway to the right down here, I think, if I'm correct. Anyway, what we have down here is a laneway that's called Black Harry Lane, and this crossroads I think is called Black Harry Gate. And now back in the mists of time, Black Harry was a notorious highwayman who used to ply his trade along here, and it would have been quite an important turnpike route for traders and travellers. And Black Harry used to extricate them from their money until he was caught, and I believe he was taken away and hanged, and if memory serves he was brought back to the area and then gibbeted, which means his body was put on display publicly to deter anybody else who wanted to part people from their money. So yeah, a bit of a chilling story. Very historic old place. Looks like a bit of a muddy old track now. Anyway, let's see if I can find this path. Yeah, Black Harry Lane is the narrow one that leads uphill, and the large path in the middle. There's a couple of little ponds just to our left. That leads us down into Roughside. So that's the one we're taking. Now I believe Roughside was proper deep shafts to into lead mines. I think there's at least a couple of shafts down here, obviously all closed off. I think if you have a look around, there are one or two videos on YouTube of people, call them brave, call them intrepid, or think up your own adjective, going down there. But yeah, it looks like an adventure for somebody who knows what they're doing, because there were, you know, there's all sorts of old rusty ladders and you know, flooded areas and all that sort of thing. It's probably one for potholes rather than just casual explorers, I think. An interesting looking little dale this, or valley, and be heading down past those, the entrances to those mines, I think. The rain's very light, it's just more of a drizzle than anything, nothing serious. Footpath is a little moist, to say the least. It's kind of like walking in a river. But it gets worse down here, look. So you can see the entrance to the mine up behind me up there. I think it's called Sallet Hole Mine, unless there's more than one down here. But anyway, looks like you'd need to be well kitted up to go down there. There's all signs telling you not to anyway, but I know people have. But yeah, that was one wet footpath down if you're coming here in winter. But I'll put it down to I'll put the score in as New Grisport Avenger Boots 1, wettest path in Derbyshire 0. Fun though. Looks like below the mine there's a proper channel for the water to flow in, so the path shouldn't be as wet now, more or less stopped raining as well. Looks like I might have spoke too soon. The river seems to have rejoined the path. And the heavens have opened as soon as I said the rain was stopping as well. Oh well, all that's the fun. Well, I'd say this is on the level of excellent fun, but in all seriousness, if the flooding got very severe, I could imagine this could get completely impassable. But well, whether it does get any worse, I don't know. It's been raining for days on end, so but something to bear in mind. I've enjoyed it though. So, I think we've got about a mile back to our starting place at the Derwent Water Arms, and to finish the walk off we just continue down this old track until we hit the A623, and we turn right, and then it's only a couple of 100 yards back to the start point. But yeah, as it'll be noisy when we get down to the A623, sign off here. It's been a really enjoyable one, fun, interesting, exciting in places, going down the rapids, and I've still got dry feet. Only about 10 kilometres, just over 6 miles by the time we get back, so a lovely morning's walk, and I'd like to thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up if you did, and maybe anybody new here, you'd consider hitting the subscribe button. But anyway, I wish you farewell, and see you on another video very, very soon. Cheers now, bye.